This board here is donated from Tom Carroll. AB worked with Tom for years, and this one goes back to I'd call early 2000s, maybe 203. It's a special board. It's a 6-1, 18 1/8, 2 1/8. Well used, but still in great condition. I look at it and love it. I actually want it. It's my dimensions.
So Scotty, who is this guy?
That's a young version of me.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where's this?
This is Uluwatu outside corner in 2007. It was a very, very special day for how big and perfect it was out there, and it was super west the swell, so it was hitting outside corner perfectly, and the tides were perfect. The wind was just light offshore, which is quite rare for outside corner. Usually it's got bump on it, and so it was
It's
pretty
good to
cool.
see this is one of the smaller waves you caught that day. And what about the board?
Yeah,
What board
well,
was
that's a big part of the equation there. That's
Is it one of these?
This board here. It's stayed with me ever since. Al made it for me in about 2000, I think it was 2001, and yeah, I've had it ever since. It was built for pipeline and Big G land and Uluwatu, but probably the most memorable session I had on it was out there on that particular day.
So this is like a family.
This is
board, and you're putting this up for auction.
Yeah, well, this is my way of saying thanks to Al and the family for supporting me over the years and giving me the best equipment you could ever ask for to, surf in good, perfect ways. So.
That's good stuff. Let me shake your hand on that one, mate. How good am I?
I got my first AB when I was probably 18. And it was actually, he used to sponsor Robbie Sherwell and up the Sunshine Coast. And I guess, I don't know, something happened. I was sponsored off Plantation Surf Shop, which used to sell Allan Byrnes. I got a board that was Robbie's board, and I went to Stratty on it, and I surfed it at the Stratty Assault, which is actually on today, that's pretty wild. And I won the contest on that board. Munga was in it, and yeah, it was like all the best surfers from kind of Queensland. And then I came down and met AB and started getting boards. We had a surfer, shaper, friendship and relationship my whole career. So it was pretty much 10 years. And from me being a grommet to qualifying for the CT, which I actually did on this board. I rode this board the whole year in 2000, pretty much. Without AB, I never would have got there. His boards were fundamental in my career because I wasn't really that talented. I was a good surfer, but not that good. But really, I thought the difference that I had was when AB made me a board like this, I felt unbeatable. I knew I could go out there and I could beat anyone in the world because I knew I had just such an amazing piece of equipment under my feet, and I believe this is pretty much the best board he ever shaped me.
Does it still float you now, mate?
No, it doesn't.
A footnote
is
when I saw Sash ripping on these things back in the day when he first got on them, I was like, man, how's those boards like? He's going. He looked me in the eye and he said, "Scotty, it's like I'm cheating. It's like I'm cheating." He said that, and I was like, I want to cheat too.
I think it's 7'2" long and 16 wide, which is nothing like what they're riding these days. And obviously it's is it 7'6", is it? Okay, well there you go. It's 7'6". It was the last thing he gave to me, which is pretty special. I retired like in 2001 or 2, and I hadn't been back to Hawaii for about 5 years, and I'd been there for pretty much 11 seasons straight. Sometimes I went twice a year, and Al used to shape me quivers every year. I'd go with like 7 or 8 boards. I used to break a lot of them, but if I had any boards left, I'd leave them at Derek's place. And I'm pretty sure, I hadn't been back for years, probably 3 years or something, and I'd asked Al, oh, do you think Derek's got any of my boards left? Like, I think I'm going to go back over. And I can't remember the conversation, how it went, but I believe that he knew there was no boards there, and where they went, I'm not sure. But he gave me this board. It was the last special thing that he gave to me, and he gave me so much. And I don't know, for me, like when he passed on, it was really emotional because I never really got to say thanks to Al for what he did for me. Yeah. You know? Sure. He did a lot of crazy things for me too.
He did a lot of crazy things with me.
He showed me some crazy boards, but...
This was shaped the day before AB went to Bali, which was the 31st of July 2013. The last board he shaped, for me it's pretty... it's the end of an era. It makes me sad thinking I'll never glass and sand and finish an AB ever again. I owe everything really to AB about how he's taught me everything. And I mean, H taught me my glassing and that, but really AB taught me the finer details of surfboards and what's important, you know, with edges and fins, etc. It's and I just look at this board and it's a classic AB. It's a classic AB shortboard. You know, it's a 6'1", 19.5. It's really, you know, it's basically what we did every day. Christian Chapman, a good friend of mine, sprayed it. He sprayed our boards. And to me, he's just nailed it. He said to me, he lost sleep over the spray, just wanting to honour AB, and he's a Kiwi as well, and you know, he respected AB as much as I did, and that's where it was great that he helped me finish it really. And to me, this is a friend of mine actually called it the holy grail of surfboards, and I think that's what it is. It's AB's legacy, this which holding in my hand. You know, it's sad, but hey, we can just carry on the legacy and honour the man really.